Hello everybody, it is Nicole with A-Frayed-Knot, just hopping on tonight to actually show you some goodies that I got from an estate sale today. And so there's a little bit of a backstory with it, but I'm going to show you the few things that I've got, and then one of these things I'm going to use as a vase for some flowers. So say hey when you get here. And if you're catching the replay, just let me know you're watching the replay. In the meantime, I'm going to get the iPad up and running. And a couple things I want to tell you. So I finally got a Whatnot show scheduled for March 17th. Pretty sure it's March 17th because I remember it's on St. Patrick's Day. I didn't do that on purpose, but that was the day that it was available to do it. So put that in your calendar. You can bookmark the show. I actually meant to put it, let me see if I could do that right now while we're live. Hold on one second. I might be able to do it. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Let's see. I don't know if that's going to work. It did work. Awesome. So I put it down below there in the little chain linky thing. Let me get our live up and running here, and then I'll drop it in and pin it for you guys too. March 17th, the next Whatnot show. I'm going to show you, hey Jana, how are you? I'm going to show you the goodies. I'm going to show you the goods. Heck. Well, I'm not going to be able to pin it for you guys just yet because I didn't save it over here, so I'll have to do that later. But for now, it is in that chain link there, so you can get it right there. You can bookmark the show. If you've never been on Whatnot before, then Whatnot will give you, once you get over there and get yourself set up, they will give you a I'm pretty sure it's a $15 credit. I don't know why all of a sudden I've forgotten. I think it's a $15 credit to be able to shop any show you want. So I think that's pretty cool. So that's the scoop. I finally got one booked March 17th. That's what I'll be doing on March 17th at 5 o'clock Pacific time. I'll be over on Whatnot. So I'll keep reminding you guys, so no worries. But I wanted to show you tonight what I got from the estate sale that I stopped in at. Hey Tina, good evening Donna. Hey Pam. I know, you might want to check your notifications. I know I sound like a broken record when I say this, not your notifications, your settings. So what you can do it's kind of a pain in the rear because like whoever you follow, so for example, I'll use me, you want to do this for whoever you want to see, you go to their page and then where it says follow, you can actually click on that and it'll show you how your settings are, how you want to see videos and posts and all that kind of stuff. So you can select. The problem is that when Facebook updates the platform, which they do regularly, it's almost like it bumps. And I can't say this happens every time they update, but it's almost like it goes back to like a default standard setting. So you kind of have to make a habit of checking it regularly. They have actually unfollowed me from some of my friends that I follow. So the way I found that out is when I see their content and I'm like, what? Why is it asking me to follow them? I do follow them. So that's what happens, I guess, with technology. So that's just kind of a little tip that I like to say when someone mentions that, just as a reminder for all of us, really, even myself. It's just kind of, like I said, a pain because you have to go to each individual person. There isn't just one blanket thing. So each individual page you follow, you kind of have to check it out. So anywho, yes, on St. Patrick's Day. Hey Prudence, good evening. Hello Deborah. Hey Linda. So I actually went live over in the VIP group earlier and talked to them about a fun special surprise for them on Sunday, and I gave them a little sneak peek at what we've got here. But the thing is earlier today I went to Trader Joe's, so I come across this estate sale. I don't know about you guys. Do you like going to like estate sales and yard sales and things like that. I like that kind of stuff. And so I don't make enough time to do that. And I thought, I'm going to stop on my way back if I remember. And I remembered. So after I left Trader Joe's, I swung in there and they had some goodies that I liked. I like to look for just kind of old, rusty kind of stuff, vintagey sort of looking. It doesn't even have to be like antique for me. It's just what I look for that appeals to me, that I think I could put that in, you know, like my tiered tray or in with some of my like different decor type vignettes. You know, we have like different places where we've got different pieces of decor. That's kind of what I look at. And so at Trader Joe's, I got some flowers. Let me show you the flowers that I got. That's why I want to paint the vase in this bag with you guys tonight. These are the flowers I got. So if my mom hops on, she can confirm the date for me. I can never remember my grandma's birthday. Well, my grandma passed away. If you guys have been with me for a while, then you know she actually passed away in 2021. But her birthday is March 5th or 6th. I can never remember if it was the 5th or the 6th. Part of me thinks it's the 5th, but then I'm like, no, it's the 6th. So anyway, it's either today or it was yesterday. And I was remembering my grandma, and so while I was at Trader Joe's, I wanted to get some flowers. And one of the flowers that she loved was pink carnations. That's why the paint color carnation was named Carnation. So I got these because it was just a cute little bouquet, and it does have these really pretty little pink carnations in there, and then the rest of them are kind of pink in color. So I thought, oh, I have something at home I could probably put them in. But I stopped at the estate sale, so here's what I got. And we're going to paint something when I'm all done showing you to put these flowers in. I like to have little vases like this for little bouquets like this one. This is one of like the small bouquets that was only $4.99. It's not a really big one. I thought it was really sweet though. Oh, Angie, you got flowers too. It was the jasmines. Okay. And I don't do that very often. I always want to, but I don't. I don't know why, I just don't. And today I thought, you know what? I'm going to get me some flowers. And then maybe the next time I come to Trader Joe's, I'm going to do it again. I kind of go there maybe like once a month. I don't know if I might start going there more regularly. It's not real close. So anyway, I do like it. They have protein pancakes there that I absolutely love. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Angie, depending how you have it set up, you may or you may not. You might want to go in there and look and see. I don't know how that works, honestly. You'll just have to go into the VIP and look and see how you can set up your notifications. That's what I would recommend. And then it's just, you know, it's just up to Facebook how they decide to do that, I suppose. Hey, Barb, how are you? You've been busy playing grocery store? Oh no, oh, that's so fun with your grandson. I love that. Hey, I've never had, are they good from Aldi? I've never had them from Aldi. I didn't even know they had them, to be honest. Aldi's a lot closer, so I'll have to try those. Do you like them? Hey, Janet, how are you? Okay, I'm gonna actually show you guys now. So one of the things that I got from the estate sale was this cool rusty lantern right here. Isn't this cool? Some of this stuff you guys might end up seeing in the whatnot sale. Just a little FYI, okay? But how cool is this? I love this. Love, love. And it's like almost like a little riser. So stinking cute. Oh, you've never been there, Dixie. I like it. It can't be my only grocery store though, because there's certain things that I do like. Like I like the Chobani yogurt. They don't carry that there. But there's certain things there that I do like. So it's one of those that, just like Aldi, I like Aldi, but it can't be my only grocery store. Some people, it's their only grocery store, and it can't be for me, because there's just things at like a regular grocery store that I still like. But I get some things from Costco, I get some things from Trader Joe's, and I get some things from like the regular grocery store. Oh, you know what? That I've never tried that, Angie, but for you guys that go to Trader Joe's, you know what I started, that I like is it's called cannoli dip. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I like to put that on my protein pancakes rather than like syrup and butter and all of that. I like to just take just a fine little layer of it and put it on the protein pancakes. Oh, it's so good. Or a lemon, they have at Trader Joe's, they have this lemon curd, I think it is. I think it's called lemon curd. Oh my goodness, if you like lemon, this is divine. It is so good. My cousin turned me on to it last summer, I think it was. She had it, and she made waffles one morning, I think, with that and with something else, but it's delicious. So I have that also. I like to put that rather than like butter and syrup, just like a little layer over pancakes. Oh, Sherry said they only have one grocery store where you live. Hey, Wendy. Barb, no, I had no idea. I did not know that. Learn something new every day. Hey, Diane, how are you? Angie said she's with me on the stores. Yes. I don't know. There's just things that some of these stores like Aldi, now that I know, is owned by Trader Joe's. No wonder they're kind of similar. I'm going to have to go over there and get them protein pancakes then and give them a try, Barb. You got me wondering. It could be the exact same thing, just packaged differently. Oh, Angie said you've tried the lemon curd. She says she loves it. It's delicious. Okay, so the lantern I've showed you guys already. Hey, Brenda, how are you? And I found this really cool Atlas mason jar. I don't know if it is vintage and old. It just looks old to me. I honestly have no clue, but it's pretty cool looking. I like these kind of things for a lot of different stuff, whether it's to like put my paintbrushes in, or look, for example, like I've got these, which they don't fit all that great in this type of a mason jar, or to put flowers in, you know, that kind of thing. I have several mason jars that I've painted. I love mason jars. And then I found this cool little bottle right here. I thought this was really cool. I like the color of it. This actually has, these seem to me to be like a type of a jigsaw blade, but my jigsaw blades are a little bit longer. Oh, a sawzall blade. That's what they are, sawzall blade. So what I noticed at this estate sale inside of one of it wasn't really the garage. It was almost like a little lean-to built off of the house, like a mini workshop. And I think the washer and dryer was out there. And there was like some workbenches out there, and there was a bunch of stuff in there. Those are, when I go to estate sales, I go into those kind of rooms. And there was a shed that had a bunch of just old like lawnmower parts and things like that. So when I go into those, I look for different things than probably your normal thrifter would look for, or normal picker. I don't know. Like some of my friends go to like estate sales and they get some good finds that are like valuable. I'm looking for like true junk. That's what I'm looking for when I go to those places. I'm looking for like rusty cans that they kept all their bolts in for like 50 years. I look for old, and this place had them, but they were bolted up, which was really smart. What they had was like shelving above their workbench, and then they took like the real old-fashioned like baby food jars or a Skippy peanut butter jar, those kind of things. I look for that kind of stuff because I like those old-fashioned jars. I'm talking like old, back in the day. And they had taken them and they took the lids from them. So I'll use this as an example. They took the lids from the jars and they attached them up underneath the shelf so that the workbench was down here and then the jar was right here. And then all they had to do was just unscrew the jar, and then they could get in there and get a certain type of screw, or like say this was all of their inch-long drywall screws, and then the next one was, you know, bolts or something like that. It was really cool. So they just attached the lid up under, and then they could unscrew the jar and get out what they needed and then put it back. And they were all right there at like a visual length. I thought that was pretty clever, but I couldn't get the jars off, so I didn't worry about it. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't that important to me. So I just thought that was really cool. That's the kind of stuff I look for, though, when I go to estate sales, is just like old jars and old rusty cans, old pails, old, just kind of like old looking. I couldn't tell you if this is old. This could have been just from like 6 years ago and been outside the whole time and just kind of rusted up. But I thought this was really cool. Just old stuff like that. Stuff that looks old. That's the kind of stuff I look for. Oh, you're going to, hold on, you're going to see your sister Nelson? Angie did, okay, so you weren't in the VIP live earlier. I'm going to be there too, so maybe we'll run into each other. I'm excited about that. I'm actually going to, I told the VIPers, so what Angie is talking about is the Rose Bowl in Pasadena on, and I think this is what you're talking about, Angie. The first Sunday of every month, the second Sunday of every month, they have like a vintage type flea market. It's really cool. So, I told the VIP club that I would give them a live experience there. So that's what's going to happen on Sunday. I'm going to go check it out. I haven't been there in a while and see what the goods are. I will definitely post a video and like reel like I usually do, so you guys can kind of see, you know, what the day was all about. But I'm going to give the VIP club a live experience from there. So I'm excited. Oh yes, I did, Janet. I heard that they are closing. She did. I think like a year or so ago, I want to say. Oh, you don't think you'll make it? They're closing, I think like the end of March. That was my understanding. I was trying to plan it too, to be able to go back there and maybe take my mom with me, because I know she would have liked to go, but here we are. It's already March, and I actually just learned a couple of weeks ago that they were closing. I think I seen a post or something, but I had heard about that a while back. But anyway, I know I'm sad too, because that place is amazing. I wish I lived closer. I think it was my friend Carrie might have drove there just not that long ago. Okay, so let me show you what else I have. I really don't have a whole lot of stuff from the estate sale, but I found these cool little cups right here. I don't know, these kind of remind me of like maybe a little camping bowl or a camping cup, but I have picked up 2 of them because I thought they would be really cute to put like a succulent in, whether you put a live one or some faux succulent. I think they're really cute, and you can just kind of set it like on your back patio, or, you know, just in like some of your decor. And then I found this cool little bottle, jar, whatever you want to call it. It actually has a stopper. Isn't that neat? I thought this was so stinking cool. That's what the bottom looks like. I don't know really nothing about any of this stuff. So whether it's like really old or not, I just think it's really cool. And then I found all of these blocks right here. These are so cool. And I can tell these are old just by like the little pictures that are on them. I thought these would be cool for like a little pop of color, just like a stack. If you have like a built-in bookcase or something like built-ins, I wish I had space for something like that, because it would be so cool to like have a built-in and have the shelving to be able to put like some of your decor on. I think these would be cool for something like that. Just like a little stack, just to kind of give you some height in your decor. And I was going to show you, like you can see on some of these pictures, you can tell that these are old. And we kind of were thinking, I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my hair. The bag has some static and you see it? It's funny. For example, you can kind of see that right there. So I have a handful of these blocks. There was one that there was a, oh, there it is, a bunny's head. Look at that bunny. You can just tell that bunny looks vintage. But how cute is that? Isn't it? Oh, look at the cat. Some sort of game, I think this was, but isn't that cute? Just kind of stacked up like that. Or you can kind of sand them down and use them for crafting with. Almost like a Jenga block, like an oversized Jenga block. They're really cool. I like them. I'll probably keep a few and put a few into the Whatnot sale, because I got a bunch of them. Now this is the vase that I found that I'm going to paint with you guys. I like it because it has just some texture on it. I think it'll look really cool painted up, and then put like a little raffia bow or something like that around the front of it, and then put my flowers in. So that's what we're going to do, is we're going to paint that up. I know. I was hoping so too, Janet, because I actually seen something about like if it was gonna sell and, you know, someone took it over, but I don't know. I wish Kentucky wasn't so far. I'd go do it. I would love to do something like that. That would be so cool. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? That would be amazing. I would love that. Okay, I'm excited. Oh, you will put olive oil in it, Diane said, in one, and vinegar, and from each one. Oh, okay. Very well might be. Aren't the blocks cool? I think those blocks are really cool. Oh, it would be nice. That would be really cute. Yeah, you almost put a candle in one of them and then greenery in the other. I'm going to show you something. I just thought of something right now. You could put, I'm going to use the blocks as a little example, maybe. I don't know how well it'll work, but. Oh, it mightn't. The blocks, you know what? Maybe if we do them like 2. No, I don't like it like that. I was thinking if you put like a candle in one of them, just to kind of give you like an ambiance of light, and then greenery in this one, or greenery here, and let it kind of run down and put a candle right here, that would be really cute. Even if you don't want to use a real candle, you could use, I wonder if this would fit in here. Oh, that actually is perfect. I have this from, oh, that would be perfect. And then you could put like your greenery in here and let a little bit of it kind of run down. And then you still are able to see like the, okay, let me shift this so you guys can kind of see what it looks like. And then if you had your greenery, you can kind of see your your design there, or kick it off over that way and then have your greenery run down this way. I'm thinking those, what did we call those? We called them something pearls or something like that. The ones that kind of hang. I've gotten them at Hobby Lobby before. Those would be cute. Put some succulents in here and then take those pearl things. They're succulents, and you can kind of run it down so that it hangs. Oh, that would be so cool. And then you have yourself like a little vignette here with a cup and a candle. I don't know that I put this candle in here. Then it kind of starts making it too top heavy. It's not going to fall, but I feel like it's wider up here than it really should be. So, oh, Donna, that's a great idea. This would be very cute with like a bottle brush tree in it also. Oh, I love that too. A bunch of Rusty Bells in there. Various sizes. That would be so cute. Maybe not just all the small ones, but I have Rusty Bells that are just various sizes. You know how sometimes people take like, you can actually buy this kind of stuff at Hobby Lobby where they pair together different like ball shaped things that you can put into dough bowls and things like that. And they have various kinds, whether it's like green mossy ball shaped things or I'm thinking of the green mossy ones right now, but sometimes people do it with Christmas ornaments at Christmas time. You can kind of fill it up with Christmas ornaments, but Rusty Bells would be very cute. Just various sizes inside of there. And then in this little vignette, that would be adorable. Mother of pearls. Thank you, Tammy. String of pearls, Angie said. The string of pearl succulents. Yes, a type of droopy plant. Okay, I see y'all were telling me string of pearls. And I just seen it right now. Okay, so I love all of these ideas for this little vignette right here. I think that's all super, super cute ideas. I'm actually thinking, okay, well, I've showed you everything in my bag. So what we need to do right now, my mind just kind of goes wild. So I need to reel it back in and we need to paint our, oh, I have one other thing I'm going to show you that I got. It's down here. It didn't fit in the bag. So look at this. How cool is this? I don't know about you guys, but I love rusty stuff. And I seen this and I love this shape of a bell right here. I'll show you something. I got these and I really want to get like some bigger ones to put in a wreath. But these are super cute. These were from Hobby Lobby. They usually sell out, I think, or they sell really quick, but look at, aren't they really close? How cool is that? So anyway, these are super cute. I got those a while back and just haven't really done anything with them yet, but I want some bigger ones. But I got this. I love this. Love the rest. Love that it's a wind chime. And it took the guy a little bit to get it down off of the thing, but nevertheless, he prevailed and I got it. So super cute. All right. Isn't it cool? I know. I hadn't really seen it. I've seen bells like that before, but just the way it's put together is really, really cool. All right. So I didn't even clean this or anything. I'm just going to paint it. And I'm trying to decide. I might... let's see. I'm just going to paint it in the I'm kind of stuck because the part of me wants to just paint it like vintage lace or cotton. and then go ahead and distress it, because then it'll be neutral and I can use it anytime, not just like at spring or at Christmas, whatever that particular, you know, seasonal color is that I'm using, which I guess it really doesn't matter because you could use any color anytime, but I'm really thinking about leaning towards just like a vintage lace or something. Oh, Samantha, I bet I would. I bet I would. I know, Rosemary, it does sound so good. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and just go with cotton. That's what we're going to do. We're just going to go with cotton. Nope, not yet. He is not out. Well, actually, I take that back. He backed himself out of his house. He's not awake yet. And then it's cooled down here quite a bit. So he went back into his house because about a week or so ago, well, a couple weeks ago, we got a lot of rain and it was really cold. And then last week it heated up. Our weather is just wild. So last week it heated up into like to the 90s, actually, I think it was like 90. And this week it has been in the high 60s, low 70s. So he's went back into his house. I really don't want him to get up yet. It's kind of early for him. Well, when it was really getting warm in February, I was like, it's way too early. So I think my mom said last weekend, I think her turtle came out. I think that's what she said while I was in Arizona. And so they come over here just to check on him for me to make sure he wasn't out. Okay. It almost looks like a pineapple, huh? Should have painted it yellow like a pineapple. Oh, they're not disappearing. Oh, no. All right, I'm going to dry this and then I think I'm going to add another coat to it. Hey, Teresa, how are you? I hope you had a good day at work. So the other day, I put a corned beef into the crock pot. That's usually how I cook them. And it takes longer to cook in the crock pot than I always remember. So I have leftovers, needless to say. So I'm excited because I'm going to have that for dinner tonight. All right, so I got it all dried. Rainy and 74, Vicky said. Oh, crazy warm for there. Okay. It does look different, doesn't it? Rosemary made a very good point. It looks so different now that it's painted. So you guys keep that in mind for jars that you come across. And again, this is just like how I look at things when I go into places like, say, Dollar Tree or even like, okay, I'm going to show you this, for example. You might remember this right here. When I showed you my haul from the Great Junk Hunt, I got this at the Great Junk Hunt. Super cute. The lady sold candles, but she didn't have any with her that had candles in it. I liked this though, because I think I want to put a succulent in it. Not a real one, but like some faux succulents in it. But to paint it, I think will be so cool. But I was going to show you the flowers. I have this jar right here that they're in right now, and it's cute. but just like how you can paint it and pull the texture out and just completely change it. I'm going to show you another one. This right here. This is from Dollar Tree. Super cute little jar, but you might not even think about it because maybe you don't really like this color yellow and it doesn't go with anything. You could get this and paint it and have you a cute little jar to put a little tea light candle in, or some flowers, or, you know, to put your pens and pencils in on your desk or anything like that. But just keep that in mind because it has like all this cool little bumpy texture on it. It's super cute. And then the same with this. I got this from the Hobby Lobby clearance section. I loved this on it. Super, super cute. It says it was $3.49, and it very well may have been. It was originally $13.99, but I really liked it because it had this tassel on it and it has cool texture. It's just a cool looking jar. So I got that for the same reason, to be able to paint it. I got a ton of stuff like this, you guys. I'm not even kidding. And then the same with this. In the, let's see, over on YouTube, I was going to say, in the email today, we were talking about things like this, actually. If you got the email today and opened it, we were talking about things like this. So this jar is from the Dollar Tree. I don't know, when you see this, I'm not sure what you see. When I see it, I see a pumpkin. But it's such a cute jar. And I got this, and I've painted them before like pumpkins, and there's actually a video over on my YouTube page that will show you how to do that. If you didn't know I'm on YouTube, I am. I've just recently been putting more videos over there, so you can comment YouTube and go subscribe and follow me over there. But there's a video there that shows you how to turn this into a pumpkin just by painting it. Okay, so I have tons of jars like that, but when I go into different places, that's what I'm looking at, is like, what can I do with that? Like, how can I transform that and, you know, turn it into something not so blah, you know what I mean? Or if it's not the color, let me show you something else. Now, I got this guy because I definitely am going to be painting him. I think I got him from Hobby Lobby at I know it was on sale, but I want to say maybe on clearance even after Easter. But how cute is this bunny? He is so cute. He's cute just like this, but I'm going to paint him. I'm definitely going to be painting him. Put him right there so I don't forget. And then I have these bunnies right here. I've painted these before. They're cute just like this, but I've painted them before, and some of you might remember when I've painted them before, and it just changes their look completely. I like the gold, not necessarily this kind of gold, but they're super cute, and gold is like kind of really popular right now if you're into that kind of look, but I think they're super cute. These are actually from the Target Dollar Spot. I haven't been there lately, but my experience is they have had these for 2 years in a row at the Target Dollar Spot. I'm not sure if they have them this year because I haven't been in there to see lately, but I really like these bunnies, and there's a few different styles of them and sizes. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, they may have had the smaller ones. Hold on. There are some small ones too. See the small one? Isn't it so cute? I love these little bunnies, you guys. I have a ton of those. I just realized maybe I'll gather some of them up and put them in the Whatnot sale just in case you guys can't find them. I'll put them in the Whatnot sale. Because I just realized I have a little handful of them, and they're so cute. Hey, Tony, how are you? Yes, they have jars like that, Simone, and they are so cool. You have to check it out. I'm trying to think what section that I found them in. Maybe where like the glasses and all that kind of stuff are. Every Dollar Tree might put you know, their things in a different spot. But, all right, let's put another coat on this, and then we're going to take, yes, I agree. Definitely, Dixie. There's been things like that I've got. I'm trying to think. There's been lots of things I've got from Dollar Tree, and it'll be a very long time before I ever see it again. And I wish I would have got two. You know what I mean? For me, that's a lot of times what I'll do is I'll get something and then only get one and wish I would have got a couple, because like you said, by the time you go back, they don't have any more. And I'll tell you what one of the things is. Who remembers last year? I think I made this inside of the VIP club. If I remember right, it's in the VIP portal. I know that. Who remembers the frame that I got from Dollar Tree? It was like $8, I think. But it was a spooky looking frame. It was a Halloween thing all the way. Like, you could turn it on and it made like the scary type noise. And if you moved it, it was one of those where the face was like the face was a lady, but when you moved her, then she looked like real skeletal looking. Who, did you guys ever see those at your Dollar Tree? But who remembers when I did a post for that? Because a lot of y'all were like, oh, I don't decorate like that. I don't either. You guys, not like that. I don't use that kind of scary stuff. But I took that and transformed it into the cutest frame with the cutest ghost. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Hologram. There you go. Yes, hologram. Thank you. But anyway, all that to say, I wish I would have got two of those framed, because I never seen another one again. I mean, and trust me, I went to a few Dollar Trees looking for them because the frame was amazing looking. But if you weren't able to look beyond that picture, I'm just going to say the picture, if you're not able to look, if you don't like that and you're not able to look beyond it, you will miss the frame. Do you know what I'm saying? And for $8, I'm not going to lie. Like, I went back and forth. Do I want to spend, because I'm at Dollar Tree. So do I want to spend $8? And then I went back and forth, and I thought the frame is plastic, and it's just my mind. Like, in my mind, I am so used to and conditioned to only paying now $1.25, and not even everything. At Dollar Tree, let's just face it, prices are, it might as well be 5 and below. Prices are all different prices now, but my mind is still conditioned to things should only be $1 in Dollar Tree, and it's just not like that anymore. So $8, I was really struggling with paying $8, but I'm glad I did, because that frame is amazing. And this year, when they start putting fall stuff out, I'm going to keep my eye out for it again. So I'm telling you that so that this way, when you see stuff like that, we have to be able to look past the things that we don't like and see how we can take it and turn it into something that we do like, especially because I don't know about you, but I have so many transfers and stencils that I could take that $8 frame and make something look, you know, boutique worthy. You know what I mean? The way that I show you guys how to paint and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you could turn something into a piece that looks amazing that you can't find anywhere. And people are going to be like, where'd you get that? And then you're going to be able to say, I made it. They're going to want one. So, I mean, you know, I think that's cool. I really think that kind of stuff is cool. So that frame, I wished I would have got another one of, but I didn't. And so what I do when I go is I just look for different ornate. It was just a really ornate looking frame, and I just look for that kind of stuff. All right, let's get this dried. Let's get it dried. And then I am going to take, I can't decide. You know what I could have done? I could have painted this in I just thought about that. I could have painted this in 24K and made it kind of gold looking. Wouldn't that have been pretty? I mean, I guess it's not too late. We could probably put... Okay, let me ask you guys this. Do you want to see this in 24K and then kind of distressing over the 24K? What do you guys think? Because I can paint the 24K right over the cotton color. I like the white, but hey, it's Friday night and I'm just hanging out, so you guys let me know. Oh, thank you, bud. Yes, like Dixie said, you got to see the glow up potential. I love that. The glow up. Okay, I got it dry. All right, it's all dry. Okay, Jerry said 24K. So let's see what 24K looks like on it. See where I put, here it is, where I put 24K. I do like the white also, but you know what? I am curious to see what the 24K is going to look like, and then putting some distressing over it. I'm curious to see. It might surprise us. It might surprise us in a good way, and I'm like, hey, I really like that. Or I might be like, yeah, I don't know. I might have liked the white better, because I know what the white's going to look like. I do this look a lot. I'm trying to think where something is that I have, because I do this one a lot. Okay, so I'm going to get at least one good coat on. I'm going to use a little bit bigger of a brush here. Here we go. And I do want to make sure that I get it like down into the grooves here. Hey, Jackie. Ooh, I could have even used the new color Tradition. That would have been pretty too. Oh, Tradition, Jerry, is a metallic as well, but it is a silver metallic. So that's what it looks like. This was our newest color added on January 28th. And it actually is in the February, March. We're in March. 24K was in the February. It is in the March paint pack. Okay. So I'm going to get this dry, and I probably will add another coat. Looking good. It is looking good. little bit more because we're going to add another coat to it. It just depends. If you comment paint and then you go to the collection of individual the individual 2-ounce bottles, you can use the coupon codes, and it just depends how many you want to get. So you can get 3 for $15.99, I think it is, with the coupon code. I will tell you that the paint bundle of the month, which we're in March, so it's 4 bottles, and it is pineapple. I think, if I remember right, these are them right here. It is pineapple, seafoam green, tradition, and peach tea. You can get the 4 for $15.99. But if you want to pick your own colors that you want and use the coupon codes, you can get 3 for $15.99. I think 5 for $21.99. You just have to go to the listing and then look at the different coupon codes for the different numbers. Or there's also, I have the influencer collection, and some of my crafty friends have curated their own colors for like their brand or their favorite colors that they use. And so you can see those also. It just depends, you know, what you are interested in. But there are definitely options to get some savings. But those are all bundled together already. So if you want to pick your own colors, you can do that, and then you can use a coupon code. And the coupon codes are right there on the listing. You just have to scroll down to the bottom and see which one you want to use. Okay, there it is. It's got that shimmer to it. We're gonna dry it, and I'm not gonna put that away just yet in case I want to add some more, but definitely has the shimmer to it. Oh, awesome, Jackie. I agree. It definitely is a good way to stock up. And every month the 4 colors are different. So with the exception of like cotton or vintage lace or midnight or crazy crow, those are the like white, antique white, and black. And then one crazy crow is more like an antique black. With the exception of those, I don't typically repeat colors, but sometimes you might see those more than once because to me they're like a staple base color. And I will usually put them together based on like what I'm thinking like to make for within that month. Just making sure that it's all dry. Okay, so you can kind of see what it's looking like. You see that shimmer? That's pretty cool. I'm kind of digging this. So let's get, speaking of Crazy Crow, let's go ahead and take Crazy Crow. And I'm going to do to this what I would have done if I left it white, is I'm just going to take Crazy Crow and brush it on. Generally, I will use baby wipes. These come from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna wring it out because it's really oversaturated for me. I don't want it this wet. I want to be able to wipe back the Crazy Crow. I'm gonna get a couple of these. Thank you, Brenda. No, this vase isn't from Dollar Tree. This one was from the estate sale that I went to today. You can find vases, though, at Dollar Tree that have texture to them. I showed a few earlier that I picked up at Dollar Tree just to kind of give everybody ideas. Okay. So I got these wrung out because sometimes they're more wet than I think we realize for certain things that we're doing, or at least for me, I realized they're more wet than I really wanted it to be. So I just kind of wring it out a bit. And then what I'm going to do is just come in with the Crazy Crow and get it all down in. I think we'll kind of do maybe 2 panels at a time, maybe 3. And then we're just going to come back and kind of wipe it. Okay, I've decided to go ahead and use it just a little bit on the wetter side because it's drying pretty quickly. All right, now let's do this panel. That looks so cool. Look how cool that looks. Okay, I need more Crazy Crow. And you're still able to see that shimmer from the 24K. I don't know if you can see that or not, but you can still see it once I wipe it back. Okay, I'm going to get one more. So what ends up happening with the wipe or whatever you're using, it starts getting saturated with the paint, and I'm really just transferring the same paint right back on. So I kind of switch it out, and I want to get it down in those little grooves right there. That's the first little spot that I did right there, and it kind of, I like it. I'm just going to leave it. But I kind of like the way that looks a little bit better, just like that. So I can use this as the front, or I could use this as the front and put like a bow right there. Either way. Oh, I love the way that this turned out. What do you guys think? I think it looks amazing. This right here though, because it dried a lot quicker, so that's why it looks kind of splotchy like that. But it still looks good. Oh, I love it. Okay. And it's one of those things. There's been times I've done things where I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that so well, but I like this. I think it looks good. It's different. I just think it looks totally different. So I'm glad I went out of the box and tried it. Normally I would do these kind of things. I would just do it white. But I'm looking, well, you know what I painted that, I'm going to show you because you guys, I'm sure you remember this, but if you didn't see it, the video might still be up on Facebook. But I painted this jar right here is a jar from Dollar Tree. And this, I think this, I'm trying to remember, but I think if I remember right, help me out, you guys that watched me make this. I think this hydrangea was from Dollar Tree also, wasn't it? Let me think. The little bunny. Where'd I get the little bunny from? Maybe it'll come back to me. I know the jar was from Dollar Tree. Where did I get the bunny from? Oh my goodness. And I know I said where I got all this from when I made the video. Oh my goodness. But, oh, you know what? That is actually a really good point, Jerry. That's a really good point. She said looking inside, it almost reminds me of milk glass. It gives it a totally different look. And I'm going to try to remember that because normally I will just straight paint the jar, whatever color I'm going to paint it. And in this case, I painted it white first but I like that. That's actually that's a really good point. And I didn't paint the bottom, but yeah, because it makes the jar look totally different inside. Walmart. Thank you, Dixie. Yes, that's exactly where I got it. And I got the hydrangea from Walmart also. That's right. I did a little Walmart a couple weeks ago, and the bunny was also from Walmart. This is going to be in the Whatnot sale, just so you guys know. I love it, but I make so many things that's why I started doing the Whatnot sales, to put the things that I make in the Whatnot sale, because I have so many totes full of handmade stuff. So I'm definitely going to be putting some of the bunny decor in there, just so you guys know. It's just going to be a variety of stuff. But I'm keeping this one because I'm going to I like to have little vases like that, and I'm going to put my grandma's flowers in there. So let's get this dried. And then also, like, if I ever want to change the color on this, I could totally do that, you know. We're not limited. We could definitely switch things up. But I like fresh cut flowers, so this will be nice to put some fresh flowers in. And then I'm going to take a little bit of raffia, put a little raffia bow on here. Okay, I'm going to shred this because it's a little bit on the thick side. You could even probably put, like, you could change the bow out, like, for the seasons if you want to put, like, a seasonal color on there. That's one way you can kind of take it into different seasons. Now that I have this on here, I don't know that I really like it, the raffia. Let's see what this looks like. Looking at all my fabric choices. Whoops. I did, Vicki. I got this one at the estate sale. Yes, ma'am. Yes, same here, Shasta. Same here. I have so much stuff, and I can't even use it all, you know? So it would. You know what? Let me look, because I do have like a rich brown looking ribbon. Hold on real quick. I'm still here, you guys. I'm just digging it out. Okay, it's actually velvet. This one is thin. That's the only thing. But that's pretty. That is really pretty, actually. I want to look at this one. No, that covers it too much. It actually has to be the thin one. Samantha, you too? Mom does the same thing. That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to see if I could tie a bow with this. Not always the best at tying bows with this oh, that came out better than I was thinking it was going to. This is like a velvet type ribbon. Okay, so it just got a little, like a little pop of that brown velvet ribbon. I think it's really pretty. I can, if you guys want to, hold on, let me see. I have got, I can, hold on, let me get it here. I can put my link for these ribbons. Let's see. I'll put it in here for you guys. This is my link over on Amazon for these ribbons are in there, but also, let's see. There's also a few other ribbons in there. I just kind of put them all in one. Okay, there. Sorry, it took a minute because I wanted to put what that was next to it. So when the link comes up, you'll see it. Waiting for it to come through. So this ribbon didn't just come by itself. You guys might have seen me use it before. There's like 3 or 4 different, they're more like neutral fall looking colors. There's a lighter tan, there's like a rust color. If you look at the link here, you'll be able to see all of it. And then there's a few other ones that I like to use as well. I'll just pin it right there so you guys can see it if you want to take a look at it. And that's for this size right here. I was having, during the holiday time, I was having a hard time finding ribbon this size. And I like the velvet ribbon. I was having a hard time finding ribbon that thin. So when I finally found one that I liked on Amazon, well, I was happy about that. And it was quite a few of them, different colors, and I like it, and you get quite a bit. I mean, there's quite a bit in there, so. Okay, what I want to do now is arrange my little flowers in here. So I'm going to put this water in here. You know what I didn't do? I didn't test to make sure there was no cracks or anything in it, but so far so good. All right. Oh, did they put one of those flower packets? I think there is one of that preserves the flowers. They did. I didn't. These are only $5. I thought these only came in the expensive flowers. Okay. Now, I am not a florist. I'm just showing you how I do it. That's all we're doing right here is, these are too long. They're too tall for me. You see how they're too tall. So what I like to do is cut them down. I just kind of start cutting a little bit at a time just to see what it's going to look like. Oh, it's still kind of tall. And I want the pink carnations up in the front. Oh, this is pretty too. And then the little roses. That can go in the center. And then those might open up eventually. And then there we have it. We have a little vase for our little flowers. Simple, simple. There you go. What do you guys think? I like it. I think it's pretty. Yes, I tried to cut them at an angle while I was doing it. I don't know if it maybe didn't look like it in the camera, but I was cutting them at a little bit of an angle. So that is it, you guys. That was fun. It was fun trying a different color on the vase as opposed to just what I typically will paint these in, like cotton or vintage lace or something like that, just to kind of stay neutral and be able to use it over and over. But this is kind of a neutral color, and I like it. I think it's fun. So there we have it. That is it. Thank you, Donna. Aw, thanks, Brenda, Jerry. Thank you, everybody. So anyway, that's all I wanted to show you guys tonight and paint this vase up with you and put flowers in there. So I'm going to hop off. We talked about a lot of good things. So if you hopped on a little bit late, make sure and catch the replay, because I showed my haul from the estate sale earlier, and I also showed some different things like from Dollar Tree and different places that you could potentially paint up. And I'm having a whatnot sale. Rosemary, if you're still on here, I think you asked, or I seen a comment and it slipped my mind. I am so sorry, but I am having a whatnot sale on March 17th at 5 o'clock Pacific time. So if you have never signed up for whatnot, or you want to bookmark my show, just comment whatnot and go bookmark the show, or get signed up if you've never done it. When I say sign up, you don't have to pay for nothing. That's probably a bad choice of words, but if you've never been on whatnot before, comment whatnot and then get yourself dialed in, and whatnot will give you a $15 credit for your first show that you want to purchase anything from. It doesn't have to be mine, it can be any show. So comment whatnot, even if you just want to bookmark my show, and go bookmark it, because when I start on March 17th at 5 o'clock Pacific time, whatnot will give you a notification. That I do know, because I've bookmarked my friends' shows before and then I get a notification, so I know they're actually live. So that's fun. I do like that. So anyway, good night, Darlene. So you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Have a fantastic weekend. And if you are in my woodworking group, I will see you tomorrow. So until next time, you guys take care, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.